Have
girl.
you ever put anything up to someone and go, oh, you don't have any color that looks good on you?
Oh, gosh, no, not at all. Not at all.
Which brings us to scary. This is fascinating. Our friend Kate Cummings is here. She's a color analysis specialist from a company called Seklab. You can check them out at Seklab, seklabnyc.com. Kate.
Yes.
Sat us all down in our makeup studio. And that's the makeup studio, y'all. And took a bright look at our faces to figure out what our colors are for us from the undertones of our skin, what's beneath the surface that shines through. So let's talk about it. Kate, first of all, why are you so fascinated with the world of color analysis for people?
I think it's really, I think I just saw it firsthand with myself pretty instantly. And once you see it on yourself, you can't unsee it. I've always been very artistic as a person. So I moved to New York. I was like, I got to do something artistic. And I was fascinated. I saw it on social media for starters, which I think is where a lot of people were exposed to it for the first time. And I think it's really incredible how no makeup is necessary to feel your best. That's my favorite part of color analysis. I don't like wearing a lot of makeup day to day. I like to just throw something on and feel my best, and color is the best way at doing that. I also have very fair skin, so a lot of bright color can overwhelm me, and I never understood why. Now I understand why, and I'm really picky, and I can really make sure that I'm always looking my best, and everybody should have those tools, right?
Well, let's analyze you for just a second.
Analyze me, okay.
Enough about us. Let's talk about you.
Go for it.
So Kate's eyes are beautiful blue.
Yeah,
Thank you.
your skin is perfect.
Oh, thanks.
And you're wearing the top, the shade, the color of your top is kind of it's a green. It's a
it's a greenish blue.
Okay.
It's very muted. It's very what we call soft.
And you put this on today knowing your face is this color. And your eyes are
my
that color.
face is this color. I am blue. I am blue, everybody.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Okay, so talk about you right now.
Yeah.
Why is this working for you? Because you're beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. So the biggest thing about my quality of colors is that they are very muted, very limited in color. They always have a grayish tone to them. Scary has a very similar palette to me as well. So this quality of mutedness allows my natural coloring to shine through. So my eyes are very colorful, but when I wear a lot of color underneath, that color takes center stage rather than my eyes taking center stage. So when I mute down my colors down here, this becomes the number one color on my appearance. This being my eyes. My eyes being the number one.
Let's say, we're having an all-black tie and black dress affair, and you have to wear an all-black dress.
Yes.
Do you panic and this is not me?
Not at all. That's a fantastic question. So I'm going to get a really low-cut black dress, or I'm going to get a bandeau black dress, a strapless one, so that the black isn't closest to my face. And then I'll accessorize with maybe a little bit of champagne gold jewelry so that there's warmth really close to my face. And I'm
not silver, champagne.
Not silver, champagne gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm what you consider more neutral tone. So day to day, wearing gold versus silver isn't going to make a big difference, but it will make a difference if I'm wearing such a strong, cool color like black.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Let's go.
Now, this is great that we did this and we found out all colors, and I'm going to spend a
Absolutely.
lot of money on lipsticks that will look good on me. Thank you. But is there a class you can take to teach us what you were just saying? If you're going to do this, do a low cut this and do it, is there?
Well, I mean, the best class is at Seklab, right? So the best class you can take is coming into our studio. We take about 80 minutes. This is a one-on-one session. If you've got a group, it can be upwards of 2 hours. But we sit down and we talk about what your best colors are, and then we talk about how to accessorize those colors and really make sure that what you're wearing is really working for your appearance, what's closest to the face, what's furthest from the face. Pants, keep wearing black pants. I don't care if black's not in your palette. Go for whatever you want on the bottom, but it's all about what you're wearing on the top. And there's really no better way to learn it than to sit down with us for a long period of time at Seklab. Because,
Fascinating.
I mean, it's so much information, right?
Yeah,
80 minutes even isn't enough, but that way you can really wrap your head around why your colors are working, which colors need to be closest to your face, which ones are we scrapping and are we never looking at again?
So fascinated by this.
Walked into work this morning. Gandhi was the first person I saw, and she's wearing this zip top, which is so cool. But what is the color? It's a bright
red.
Bright red.
Yes.
It's a bright orangey red.
Yeah.
And I thought this morning, before we even met, that the way you did your makeup today and your hair color and that bright orange red top looked great together.
Oh, thank you.
Great eye.
So I don't know if these are her colors or not.
It's funny you should say
look at that.
But
It is exactly
When
my
are you going
color.
to tell everyone what you just did?
Yeah, so there's a little color card that has your season on it, and my season is spring bright. So all the most saturated, like bright, dramatic colors, those are my colors.
Even in the dead of winter, it
In the
looks
dead of
perfect
winter.
on you.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
so I'm a deep autumn and a deep winter.
Yeah, so you're what we consider to be more neutral toned, Elvis. So your number 1 is a warm season and your number 2 is a cool season, meaning that your undertone isn't like the defining factor for you. The defining factor for you is that you need dark colors.
And jewelry. So they go to whatever you're blinging out. And so I got to get back to David Yurman today because I'm limited. The jewelry I have is usually silver. She's like, no.
Yep.
You need to have something more gold, just like Danielle.
Yes, so I'm a autumn deep in the same thing. Like she said, more of like a vintage or like a bronze color and a gold, and that I should stay away from silver. I said, you cannot take away my silver jewelry, but I will incorporate more of this. So can you take me with you to David Yurman?
Let's go.
Okay.
So it was producer Sam who brought you to our attention,
Yeah.
Kate. Sam, what is this all about for you? Where'd this come from?
So this actually came from Nate because he was
Nate.
saying how he looks good in blue, and I'm rolling my eyes in my studio being like, blue is one color. There's a million blues. You can't just, which blue?
Yeah.
So literally that day I reached out to them because
So
Nate's
thank
like,
you,
I
Sam.
look good in blue. I'm like, no, there's specificity.
Okay, well, hold on a second. See, I gravitate toward blue as well, and dark blues are okay, but light blues are not on me. So talk about Nate. Does he look good in blue?
Yeah, Nate looks great in blue. Nate has a great eye for that. So in general, you're going to be able to wear almost an entire rainbow of colors. Your palette will have, at Seklab, we will give you red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, almost across the board. Some people, there are a few colors they can't do, but you're going to get a rainbow, right? But then certain colors are going to be more flexible, and you're going to be able to wear more shades of them than others. In Nate's case, blue is that color for him. Blue is very flexible. Now, all that said, Nate is very cool toned. So warm toned blues, which are my type of blues, the ones that are kind of greenish blues, those aren't the world for him. He wants cobalt blues. He wants sky blues. He wants navy blues, blues that feel true blue.
You want beach blues.
Yeah, beach blues. Yep.
And the great thing about there's a color for everything, right, in your life. So I asked Kate, I go, okay, I'm going on a first date. What color do I want to wear?
Yeah.
And she told me you need to wear cobalt blue because that is the color that makes. Describe it. I don't know.
It's so. I mean,
For you.
For me.
For him, yeah. So for this is for a specific occasion, right? So his number 1 season is called Summer Cool. Summer Cool is a little bit lighter. It's not quite pastel-y, but it's got a good amount of color in it, and it's got a ton of blue in it, right? But if we're talking a date night, we're talking maybe a little bit of a darker color, right? But I don't want to go so dark that we lose the effect that color has on Nate, because Nate does look great in color. So we want to go for like a deeper cobalt, a blue that is still like, think of like the jewel tone sapphire blue.
Which I wore black today. She's like, black, not you. I'm like, but if I have a plunging neckline, I can do
There
it.
you go. Get
Let
yourself a
that skin out.
strapless top,
Yep.
Elvis.
So Sam, you're going to say something earlier.
Well, first of all, I've been doing it wrong my whole life. I've always dressed to be an autumn, and if you look at my chart, literally every autumn is crossed off as stay away. Apparently, I'm a winter, but I mean, I gotta say it because you did crack me up with this. You guys don't pull any punches. You put a color in front of me, and you're like, "Do you see this? Do you see how it looks like you have jaundice?"
I can't.
I had jaundice in the chair too.
Chair jaundice.
Oh my God, we have chair
I
jaundice.
kind of love it. Here, you're here to be honest and help us out, and it's not always going to sound pretty. So thank
Well, I
you.
hope we also made you feel beautiful
did.
when
We
you
laughed.
looked beautiful. I mean, and you always look beautiful, but it's what's making you look your most beautiful, right?
There you go.
Have you ever put anything up to someone and go, oh, you don't have any color that looks good on
Oh
you?
gosh, no, not at all, not at all.
Which brings us to scary.
Well, it's funny you should say that. She said that the color pink or mauve, whatever I'm wearing today, actually was the right choice because it fits my color palette of autumn soft or summer soft.
Yeah,
But
he
he always
rocked
looks
it.
naked in that color.
You're funny, yeah. So
Thank God he
it's
has eyebrows.
it can go a little bit darker, right? So what you're noticing, everything about the quality of the undertone and the quality of the saturation is right. If we want to turn up the value a little bit, make it a little bit darker, then yeah, we're totally in that world. And you'll actually notice that some of these mauves on his card, like this one right here, that's actually the most ideal, and that's a few shades darker than that one, right? So like there's a range, right? This color though, when we're just looking at it the effect that it's having on his face, right? Great effect. Some colors are going to look closer to your skin tone than others. Maybe note that, right? But then what is the effect on the actual face itself?
His skin tone is salmon pink.
It's salmon
There you go. Kate Cummings from Seklab at seklabnyc.com is here. She's a color analysis specialist. All right. So if someone's just listening in the car or wherever they are, let's go through everyone at the table.
Okay.
We'll just quickly describe what their tone is, their colors are,
Absolutely.
and what colors look great on them, and maybe people can go, oh, I'm closest to that.
Great.
Without having to, drive
Amazing.
into Seklab today.
Yeah.
But you should come in. We'll start with Gandhi.
Please
Go.
do. Please do.
Gandhi, you had a question first, though.
I'll get to it after because
Okay.
it's completely unrelated to this.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. Okay, so Gandhi's first. If everybody's comfortable with it, if you want to share any like racial background that you might have that you might know, because that also does make an impact on your skin type.
Lily White.
Lily White.
I mean, almost translucent.
Almost translucent.
Like a jellyfish.
Love
but go
it,
ahead,
love
go
it, love
ahead.
it, love
I
it.
don't talk about race. No, I'm just kidding. I am Indian.
Great.
And I guess my skin tone is typically right around the caramel range.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And black hair.
In Gandhi's case, what we find with most Southeast Asian background people, they tend to lean very warm toned. That's pretty common, right? Now, it's usually a question of, are you so warm that we're contrasting you with cool colors, or are we just fitting you with your warm palette? In Gandhi's case, we're fitting her with her warm palette. Yeah. So because her skin is so rich, dark, and colorful, color itself doesn't overwhelm her skin type, right? So she can handle what's called a spring bright season. This is really, really saturated color that leans more warm toned. So all of these colors are going to have a yellowish tint to them. They're going to feel almost like stoplight colors. And if you're wondering if you're a spring bright, chances are you're not reflecting the color you're wearing. Underneath the chin is a really big tell. If you can see a lot of color reflecting off of it, probably not the best. In Gandhi's case, I'm only looking at her face in this color. Like nothing about this color is distracting. It's gorgeous on you.
Well,
yeah.
thank you.
Of
So
course.
I think Indian wedding.
Yes. 100%.
So you would fit in at an Indian wedding.
I hope so. That would
Yes.
be nice to fit in at one of those.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's move to Diamond.
Diamond. Hi, Diamond.
And you can speak about your race if you're comfortable.
Oh yeah. So I was a bright, spring bright.
Yes, spring bright as well.
Okay, so as a black woman, there are 1,000 different shades of black women.
100%.
So Diamond in specific.
110%. Yeah. So what we see with people with darker complexions in general, chances are, and again, there is always a catch with everything. I want to clarify, right? That's why you have to come into the studio and really get a professional's eye for it at Seklab NYC. But in Diamond's case, right? We've got darker skin. Usually darker skin looks really great in color. That's a pretty good blanket statement, right? But in the case of somebody who maybe has more of like a black racial background versus Indian runs very, very warm. Black, as Elvis said, can be a very big range of color, right? So we see both pretty evenly cool toned and warm toned people of black race. Yeah. So in Diamond's case, she runs warmer. Yeah. So her warmer tones really glow. And what we saw on her skin, the difference that warm tones made was this really dewy moisturizing effect, whereas cool tones kind of mattified the face a little bit, right? So that is an indication that the undertone, the colors underneath her skin really come forward and pop when we pair her with a proper warm undertone.
Are you okay with this?
I love it, even though she told me everything that I'm wearing basically is a no-go.
Well, see, I was just saying.
that.
Okay, so even though you are beautiful as always, the top that Diamond is wearing it's an earth tone. It's a brownish, tannish beige.
Yeah.
So,
It's a gray beige.
and
Yeah.
so it just kind of blends right in with her face.
Yep.
It's less that it blends and it's more that it doesn't make her coloring come forward. So
It makes her look green.
Mutes her.
it mutes her. It mutes her. Yeah.
You look like
Maybe mutes is
Alphaba.
the kinder.
They're like black alphabet.
And my headband, you told me the color
Yeah,
of my
so
headband.
any grays in general, they just don't make her pop. Now, you said like it kind of blends in. There are colors that are close to her skin color that actually still make her pop. Like really deep dark browns actually still make Diamond pop because they still have a lot of color and richness in them, and they're void of gray. It's gray that Diamond has to be wary of. Anything that feels
that's
muted.
on her head right now with that.
Sure.
Right now, Diamond.
Get that gray out of there.
edges.
So this is sort of what I was going to ask earlier, and now it makes sense to put it here. You guys also talk about hair color.
Yes.
And Diamond is obviously a black woman, and I am a brown woman,
Yes.
and you gave us both, I think, very different hair color
Oh, yeah.
ideas because
yes.
you guys told me stick with dark, stick with black,
Yeah,
dark brown,
yeah.
to
And
black.
I
That's
love
it.
your hair dark, and I said that earlier too.
Thank
I get
you.
points, but go ahead.
You did, but I've done pink and red and blonde
Yeah.
and all those things. And looking back at it, it was not right for me. But you guys told Diamond a different color, correct?
Bright, what is it? Bright red something?
Yeah, like putting in some really strong coppers
Yeah.
through her braids would be gorgeous.
Interesting.
Do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Let's go,
Can't
let's
do it,
go.
Can't do it. Can't
Yeah.
do it. But we did talk about the fact that I was like kind of blonde a few years ago, and I loved it. And she was like, "Okay, yeah, but you could go brighter." And I was like,
Yeah, she could have gone yellower for sure. Yeah,
yellow
I know.
blonde.
Isn't that crazy?
But I think this is so important because you guys are hitting the color from the makeup to the hair to the
Yes.
jewelry to the clothing.
Yes. Yeah. And it's also really important that your racial background is considered when we do your color analysis because that will really change the way that we approach hair, the way that we approach makeup. The Korean color system, which is what we use, is very, very different than the Western style of color system. Where in the Western style of color system, your hair color and eye color will completely dwindle you down to certain seasons. Like you can only be a pastel season if you have light blonde hair, and you can only be a dark season if you have dark hair. You don't have incredibly dark hair, and you're a dark season, Danielle,
Danielle?
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Same with Elvis. Elvis has almost a lighter hair color, but his season is very, very dark, right? So in the Korean standard color system, your skin is the number one driving factor in what your season should be. Your hair and your eye color are more secondary, more supportive. We want to make sure they are definitely helping and aiding, but your natural coloring with your hair and your eye color can't box you into one season because if we're looking at any race that isn't white, dark hair color and dark eye color are pretty much across the board. Yeah. Not everybody with dark hair color and dark eye color looks good in dark colors. The founder of our company, Lizzie, who came straight from Korea, who created this amazing company, dark colors are like maybe the worst things. She looks amazing in pastels, completely icy. But if we use the Western style of color system, she would have never received that analysis ever.
She's wearing all
you
black
can't
today and
receive
looks
it.
fabulous. I don't know what the problem is.
She's wearing a lot. It's important to look at makeup, right? So we have the
And she has a plunging neckline.
plunging neckline, right? She's wearing black and it's a plunging
Yeah.
neckline.
So Danielle, it's not her natural hair color, but it's
She did ask if it was.
it's all.
She
it's
said,
all-
"Are you a natural redhead?" I'm like,
right now
No.
you're like dark auburn red-ish,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And she can go even deeper. She can go into a darker, like mahogany red if she really wanted to. We could also just go very, very dark, natural, deep brown as well.
Okay.
She's like, no. So I see the face. Don't worry
But
about
I
it.
have to say that the colors that she was telling me are mostly the colors that I feel comfortable in.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Diamond, she's like, yeah, you should avoid grays. And I'm like, oh, you can't take my gray away from me. She's like, well,
She took gray away from me too.
yeah, she said stick to a darker gray. Did she say stick to a darker gray for you?
No, she just said you
Oh,
gotta
okay.
screw
Well,
off the
I
gray.
got a darker
I said
gray
you
at
could
least.
wear some dark gray.
Yeah.
As long as it's below the belt.
Well.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Down there.
Do you ever have problems? Problems might not be the word, but more challenges with men based on their perception of color versus women's perception of color?
That's a great question. I think that pretty much across the board, I could say when a girl sits down in the chair and I'm like, have you ever heard of color analysis? The answer is of course. With men, I'd say 80% of the time they're like, I've never heard of this ever before in my life. So it's a lot more. I feel like the terms that you use have to really kind of depend on the person's awareness and understanding of color analysis as a baseline. But I do think that with men, because like makeup isn't involved, right? I mean, I think it should be. I'm all for makeup on men, but that's still not really socially acceptable at this point in America. So like when men really see the difference in their skin, it's kind of it can be a really magical experience because men don't really get that luxury of getting to stare in the mirror for hours and being told like that's what you should be doing. Like you should be focusing on the way that your face is brightening.
It's a foreign language for men.
It's a foreign language, and it can be really, really beautiful, especially when you have an 80-minute session with a male and you're like, look at all this potential that your skin has, that your eyes have, that your hair has. It's really, I love doing analysis on men. It's really
I'm
great.
going to give you the address again in just a moment for Seklab, so hang out and you got to at least check them out online to get started.
Yes.
Okay, so finally to producer Sam.
Yes.
I think like I have an olive-ish skin tone. I'm half Italian, but I don't do sun. And I'm also Russian, so that's the yellow undertone. And I'm pale as hell because
You
of
should
it.
just put a bag on your head and not leave the house.
Babe, if I could, it would take me so much time in the morning. So yeah, that's what I told you. I'm always, I have no education on it, but I'd be terrified to pull the yellow out because it makes me look, as we've discovered, jaundicey.
Well, so Sam is a really interesting case where and
that
this
doesn't
is
sound good.
Oh, it's a fantastic
My
thing.
teaching
You're special.
It's been
You're
an interesting.
special.
Oh, it's no, it's actually it's a very common. There's overtone and there's undertone, right? So these are two different terms. And in Sam's case, her overtone is very, very warm. She sat down and she was like, I know that I've got yellow. I know that I've got a yellow undertone. And I was like, well, we know you have a yellow overtone is what we know. We don't know your undertone. The second we pulled a yellow undertone color versus a cooler or pinkish undertone color, the pink tones did incredible justice to her skin. We saw it firsthand. I mean, your lips were like wildly pink. You got a natural blush in your cheeks. And then, as we said, I used the really just not very kind term of jaundice to explain the yellow undertones, right?
It's descriptive.
It's descriptive. I do have to say, I did preface it by saying, now this is not a very nice word, but when we did the analysis. But in general, cool tones in Sam's case bring this gorgeous vibrancy to her face. They bring this really natural pink that I don't even know that she knew existed in her skin, right? Because on the surface, it all seems very yellow. There's so much pink under there that we haven't been kind of bringing out. And we can really do that with like more berry blushes, berry lips, and toning the hair closer to a black color, to a deep brown. Or if she wants to keep, Sam's got this really nice, gorgeous, lighter golden tone around the face. If we want to tint that a little bit more a plum red, so it's more cool toned, that's going to be gorgeous for her.
And it's felt good.
And it's
now
felt
it
good
makes
for a
more
reason,
sense.
right? Yeah.
I'm so fascinated by all
Yeah,
of
it's
this.
cool.
It's so awesome. Yeah.
I just want to thank you because I'm going to feel so much more confident in whatever I wear going forward.
Good.
And
I'm so
I know
glad.
people are probably like, why are they talking about what colors they look good in? I can't wait to go shopping now because now I know what to buy.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Don't beat the furniture.
Sorry.
Now, here's the thing. When you're going out on that first date,
Yeah.
the clothes you have on your body need to look just as great as they would lying on the floor next to the bed. And another thought. Kate Cummings, if God forbid anything ever happens and you go colorblind, I want to see what we all look like then.
We actually get a lot of colorblind clients.
Yeah, my son's colorblind and he
Yeah.
has no idea what
Yeah.
Oh
this
my
and that
God,
is.
his colors are all
Yeah.
wrong.
But you can still see the difference on your face if you're colorblind.
Right.
Like you might not be able to tell the color you're wearing,
I
but
know.
you can see the way your face
But for
brightens.
colorblind people, he looks great.
Yeah, right. This is amazing. Always.
Okay, so Kate Cummings, our official color analysis specialist for the morning show from Seklab.
Thank you.
I want you to check out their website. It's seklabnyc.com. That's SEKLAB, seklabnyc.com, and start from there. Kate, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you for
in today.
having me. You all are awesome. Thanks.